What's up, y'all? Brooks in the building for this little quick prediction video here. I'm gonna try to skim right through it since we're running out of time. There's only a week left. I know you guys are hyped for it. I just have to wait like 30 minutes. All right, so let's do this. We should start with that John Stark thing. John Stark shit. A lot of the comments, a lot of them were John is not a Stark. I think I'm half right on that. He is a Stark. The reason I said he's a Stark is because that's what the moment was building up to. And the whole story, I mean, from the beginning of episode 2, if you guys go back and watch that video, I also included it there, thankfully.
You are a Stark. You might not have my name, but you have my blood.
Yes, you know about me, where I am, where I'm going.
The next time we see each other, we'll talk about your mother. I promise.
When that happens, usually they end up dying. I had the foresight to actually include that part of the dialogue. My blood, Ned Stark, blood in you, Jon Snow. So that's why he's a Stark. He's not going to be considered a Stark, he's going to be considered a Targaryen because Rhaegar was the father who made love to Lyanna and had that baby, which is why she said, don't tell Robert. I could be completely wrong about this, but this is where I'm at so far, based on what I've seen. No lore, none of that. I know a lot of you guys say watch the R plus L equals J thing. I'll probably avoid it. I won't watch it until all the way at the end, till I'm done with the 7 episodes. Since I'm almost close and I'm running out of time, and that's most important right now. But I could only imagine it's Rhaegar plus Lyanna equals Jon. If I had to guess, that's what it is. Now, he is Targaryen because, you know, like the whole story since the beginning of the show, which is what makes this whole thing amazing, was that, you know, the whole story about the rose and how Rhaegar went past Oberyn's sister and instead gave it to Lyanna, how it was a big deal. That's how beautiful Lyanna was. And so obviously the story went that that she was raped by Rhaegar, but I don't think that was true. Obviously it was confirmed by Lyanna by telling Ned that Jon is not Robert's son. Don't tell Robert. Protect him. Rhaegar is the rightful, I guess he's a dad. He's a dad. So what got me in a moment was that leading up the last 2 episodes, episode 10 and episode 9, you had Ramsay always calling him bastard. Don't you want to do that, bastard? Neil, whatever, bastard. And then also that was always seemed like key dialogue. You had Baelish saying, why would they go for a bastard who was born in the South instead of Sansa, the rightful, you know, she was born from Stark. So when I see the baby and I see Jon Snow's face, obviously I'm going to think Stark. He's a Stark. And he is. He's half Stark. But he's also half Targaryen. I get that. All right, let's move on. Targaryen. So obviously he has to be, because it was Prince Rhaegar, so he was next in line. So his son would, so Jon Snow would be like the rightful heir, right? Which fucks up Khaleesi's whole, I guess, mission. I don't think she's gonna give a fuck about it. They're gonna meet maybe eventually. It'll be cool to see Jon actually control the dragons, and that's how they find out. I still think Sam is gonna, he's at the Citadel, he's gonna find out how to make dragon glass or some shit like that. And let Jon know. And, you know, create that whole thing in order to defeat the White Walkers. Baelish is still going for the Iron Throne, like he said. It remains to be seen how he would do that. He will probably join. Well, word's gonna spread that the Vale helped out the Stark, so King's Landing most likely knows about that. We'll find out about that. And they got Dorne and the Tyrells going after them. I know Jaime's gonna have to meet Tyrion eventually and maybe confront him about killing Dad. Tywin. You're a Lannister. So we'll see how that one goes. So this was a good season. You see Sansa, you know, grow up and come with some power. It's not afraid of, you know, taking some responsibility. She wants more responsibility, which is good to see. Her and Baelish are about to clash. She and Baelish are about to clash, I think, in this season. She might just have Robin kill Baelish somehow. Because Robin, as we saw, he's easily, like, he'll just listen to Baelish like nothing. So we'll see where Robin's loyalty lies, I guess, within the family. I mean, there's definitely a mental illness in the Lannisters, I think. You see it with Cersei. She's a freaking psychopath. Or she's not scared to go the extra. She's a psychopath, you know. She obviously is with Jaime. And that whole thing, that might have just fucked them up mentally. And then their kids. You got Joffrey, who's like a freaking sociopathic killer. And then you have Tommen, has a, I guess, depression. Maybe not. Maybe, never mind. Scratch that. It's too far-fetched. What are the chances Khaleesi ends up with Yara for at least an episode? These scenes that I included, you could see kind of suggestive faces between Khaleesi and Yara. They both agree that a queen should be, you know, fit to rule. And when Khaleesi said that when Khaleesi broke up with Daario, she said that she felt nothing. It might be because maybe she's a lesbian. She doesn't know it yet. And Yara is going to show her the way. We'll see what happens there. Not that I don't think it would mean anything other than just, you know, love and discovery. So now we have Bran. If Bran goes to Winterfell, will he tell Jon that he's half Stark, half Targaryen? I mean, how is he going to prove it? At the same time, Benjen said that the wall has magic spells that don't allow the dead to get past. But that was probably the same spell they had, the children had for that tree where the three-eyed raven was, and that mark kind of just, you know, gave him the key basically. So if Bran goes to Winterfell, through the wall, past the wall, that means the White Walkers will be able to now too, I think. So Bran is just doing what the White Walkers want him to do. Arya is most likely, looking at the map, she's most likely going to go to King's Landing. So she might be able to take out Cersei too. Or the Mountain. He's probably the next one to die here. Because it's closer to Riverrun than it is Winterfell. Arya might also release Edmund too. And I also realized that she killed Waif in the dark because she was blind, so she knows how to use that to her advantage. Yeah, and she doesn't know that, she probably doesn't know that Sansa and Jon are still alive, for all she knows. So, we'll see about that. We also got the Tarleys, who might be the next family to come in, kind of like the Tyrells came out of nowhere. The Tarleys might come in and, you know, fuck shit up. We already know from Stannis that the Tarleys are a pretty serious battle army, or they're a pretty serious army, led by Sam Zad. This is the only battle that Robert lost, I think was the word. So they might just come in and fuck something up. Whether it's King's Landing or the Citadel, something, you know, just to get the sword back. Who knows? They are going to do something, though, I think, in this next season. And then we also got the Hound. And then I think there might be some conflict with Jaime and Cersei, because he does care about his legacy. Obviously, when he would open that book, you know, Kingslayer doesn't sit well with him. And then also when he was sitting with Walder Frey he does not want to be associated with him, especially, you know, when he said, "Here we are, two Kingslayers," and Jaime took offense to that. He doesn't want to be, you know, grouped with Walder Frey of all people. So I think deep down he's gonna want to do something that improves his legacy somehow. And then the last thing is Melisandre. She was, you know, she was told to go south, and I think the Hound and the Brotherhood are near there, maybe. And they're on the way north, so they might just meet up with each other, and she'll probably look in the flames and finally tell the Hound what he's meant to do, because that's all they've been talking about since he's come back. You are meant to be here. You're here for a reason. And what could that reason be? Could he be like another Uncle Benjen? He just fights for the living somehow, or he's gonna help the religion get somewhere, the Lord of the Light religion get somewhere to get to power. Or maybe they'll track down Gendry, or she'll track down Gendry, and I don't know, make another fucking shadow monster. We'll fucking see. That's basically it for what I have now. I probably did forget something like Euron and Theon, but we kind of already know what's gonna happen with them. And Mormont, did I mention Mormont with Melisandre? Maybe he's gonna find her and find a cure for the grayscale shit and meet up with Khaleesi. But we'll see what happens. All right, season 7 coming up. Peace.